gardez-en, vous allez voir, vous en aurez besoin durant toute cette soirée. Et j'en ai une autre, il faut faire le ou, vous la connaissez bien évidemment. Alors là, j'ai pas du tout entendu les spectateurs en Dares. Allez, on va retourner. Léo vient de récupérer sa tablette magique. Allez, on va baisser un peu le son et on va continuer en feu d'Antares. Nous sommes à 12 minutes. On va essayer de mettre un peu le feu dans cette salle d'Antares durant 3-4 minutes. Allez, on commence par nous. Qu'est-ce que tu fais plaisir? Celle-là, d'accord. Celle-là, on va commencer de ce côté-là parce que de ce côté-là, ils n'étaient pas très forts tout à l'heure. Allez, les enfants, c'est maintenant qu'il faut mettre la pâtée aux autres enfants d'en face. Vous êtes prêts? Maestro, musique. Voilà, ça c'est... Ici c'est le Mans, alors on se la refait. C'est pas mal. Allez, on va aller de l'autre côté. On a checké d'un côté, on va aller checker de l'autre côté. 11 minutes 25 avant le début de cette rencontre. Alors de ce côté-là, bien évidemment, il y a un peu plus de points, puisqu'on a les félins. Allez, on va par là. On passe devant les armées. Welcome, referee from this state. Alors les enfants, vous avez vu de l'autre côté, ils ont été extrêmement forts. On va voir si... On y va? Allez, on va voir si de ce côté-là, ça fait plus fort. Je sais pas, je suis un peu timoré. On se la refait, Alors c'est bon. Moi tiens, celle-là, je sais pas ce que c'est, tu as raison, sur celle-là. Non, ça ne donne rien. Ah, tout le monde, tiens, rien. Allez, main gauche, main droite, on appelle le rythme de la musique. Je m'entends pour Antares. Léo, ce soir, il est chaud. Il y en a une qui est pas mal aussi, on m'a dit que c'était celle-là.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to Le Mans, France. It's Basketball Champions League action, and it's Mans Sarthe taking on Maccabi Rand Media here on day 6. Well, Coach Urban Kuntish has got himself quite a ball club here with Le Mans. They are at the top of the group after a very impressive start to this competition. Le Mans came into this week in Group B at 4-1. Pinot Karchak have actually won earlier tonight. They are 4-2, so they've actually got more points. But anyway, in this group tonight, we've got Kataya Basket going up against Oradea. Kimmich just fell at home to Pinar Karšiaka. We've got Le Mans taking on Maccabi Rand Media. And then tomorrow, Manaraya Venezia going up against Avtodor Saratov in Italy. But all of our attention tonight is on this impressive Le Mans team who has really fallen just once, and that was a surprise of falling to Kataya Basket. Kataya Basket getting a late win, a late three-point play to beat them. But there you have it, the standings before tonight's play, before this week's play. So Le Mans up at the top, and you go down to 6th place, and you see Maccabi Rand Media. But the reason why those standings are important, these teams are gunning for places in the playoffs. The 4 top teams from each of the 5 groups and the 4 best-ranked 5th place teams will advance to the playoffs elimination round. And more incentive to finish high in the group, the 5 group winners and the 3 best second-ranked teams will go directly to the playoffs round 2. So, Maccabi Rand Media, who do you want to look out for? Well, Sean Dawson, international, is back with this team, and certainly a big player for Arik Shivek. Charles Thomas, another. Mikhail Jalabal, obviously the great French international, is one of the headline names for this Le Mans team. And there for Le Mans, you have to talk about Jordan Watson, the outstanding guard, and Wilfred Yegete, as well as Muftau Yarou. Great players in their own rights. Olivier Hanlon, the big scoring guard, joined the team this year. You know, they've got some interesting pieces. They've got some size inside. They've got some guard play, good forwards with the likes of Ryan Pearson. Although, I'm wondering if we're going to see Mr. Pearson tonight. As you see the players coming out here from Maccabi. Maccabi Rand Media trying to come on the road and to get the upset to enhance their chances of getting into the playoff positions. Obviously, a long way to go in the regular season, a long time for that to happen. So Maccabi Rand Media have made the journey to France, and Coach Shivek, he knows these parts very well. He actually coached in Belgium and also in the Netherlands. Now here's Le Mans in their little pre-game warm-up. And Ryan Pearson is not dressed out. He's wearing street clothes tonight, so it looks like he's not well and will not be a part of this team. Big loss for them because he does a little bit of everything for this Le Mans team. The way it goes in the basketball league, basketball Champions League, occasionally you get those injuries, and you got to be able to compensate. Jordan Watson has come out, and now Konate as well. And you get the high fives from the fans. This is what the players love. They like to go to practice, but they like to play the games even more. And they are trying to make their statement here in this inaugural season in the Basketball Champions League. They know they can't take anybody lightly, even though they're higher in the standings. And tonight's opponents, this will be a team that is going to come out and give their best shot tonight, Maccabi Rand Media, and especially considering their situation in the standings. They need to start collecting some wins and climbing up the table. Maccabi Rand Media entered this game at 2-3. Kataya Basket have already lost tonight, so they are now 2-4. So a win for Maccabi would at least lift them above Kataya Basket, and it could end up leaving them level with the likes of Amano Raya or Venezia, depending on their result. Avtodor Saratov as well, and Oradi have already lost, so they're now 3-3. So John is a big young kid for France there, is on the roster and in the squad for tonight. Ryan Pearson not for Coach Kuntish. And the refereeing crew tonight comes from Spain, Lithuania, and Portugal. Antonio Conde, Arturo Sukis, and Paulo Marquez. Coach Shivek has been around. He's coached Israel's national team. He's, as we've said, he's coached all over and coached in Europe, and now he's back in Israel. And he likes his team's chances of getting to the playoffs. He's going to go with Ben Shamal tonight, along with Patrick Richard, Elishay Kadir, Thomas, and McCrae. And again, there's Coach Shivek. For Le Mans, we're going to have a starting five of Jordan Watson, Hanlon, Konate, Jalabal, and Yegeti. And the coach, Urban Kuntish, is one of the most respected coaches in France. He's Turkish, and he's been around. He's coached a lot of good players in his career, and he's got a very good lineup here that he's working with in Le Mans.
Only the format, play three. Let's go. Roll out.
Currently in 5th place in the French standings, 5 wins in their first 9 games. Of course, Paris, Levallois as well are also 5 and 4. They're in 6th place. AS Monaco, another team in the Basketball Champions League that is up at the top of the standings at 8 and 1. Strasbourg, meanwhile, on recovery road. Another Basketball Champions League team. They are at 4 and 5. So we're about ready to rumble here in Le Mans. It's Le Mans taking on Maccabi Rand Media in the Basketball Champions League. And once again, this is a Group B game. Le Mans, if they win tonight, they will go back to the top of the standings, which is where they were coming into this week. Pinar Karsiaka winning earlier tonight to improve to 4-2. So a loss would drop Le Mans to 4-2 along with Pinar Karsiaka. Maccabi Rand Media are 2 and 3, trying to get to 500. So we're going to have the ceremonial jump ball here beforehand with Yegeti and McCrae. And that's a big moment for that young man right there. Look at him. I bet you he's going to end up being a basketball player himself one day. Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to Le Mans, France. It's the Basketball Champions League. It's game day 6, and it's game on. Le Mans taking on Maccabi Rand Media. So Maccabi Rand Media winning the opening tip in the dark uniforms and getting the ball inside. And the early miss from Ben Shamal. Gets it over to Olivier Hanlon, and Hanlon starts things off with a three-pointer. Now it goes inside from Thomas. Watson outside to Hanlon, who spots up again. And a push called against Maccabi Rand Media, so the ball will stay down at this end of the floor. Here's another look. So Jalabal gets on the board as well for his first three, almost the exact same spot from Hanlon, and it's 6-2. And the turnover gives it right back to the French team. So unforced, Ben Shamal just loses it. And you don't want to see that. Coach over there. Get back. Tap. Stop. And putting the ball up and in. Look at this. Good hands. And then puts it up. Now the penetration, the drive, and you get these scores with the reverse layup. Now the jump shot, and off target, Watson knocks it over to Konate. Hanlon just at the free throw line, knocks down another one. He's a scoring machine, folks. I remember his days at Boston College, and he could take over a game. Kadir back out to Ben Shamal. Now the foul up top called on. Jamal drifts into the lane, hands it off, and sweet basket. Nice play. Salmonson gets on the board. Now Konate drives, and the foul before the shot. And that foul is going to be called on Hanohi, who's coming off the bench. So Hanohoi gets his first foul, and Watson's three didn't go in, but Le Mans get it back, but then turn it right back over. That was Hanohoi's. Salmonson turned, Jalabal knocked the ball over to Watson. Remember, no Ryan Pearson tonight, so Jalabal has to be particularly good. And the foul called down low on Salmonson. Watson goes baseline, passes it back up top to Konate. Oh, beautiful bounce pass from Konate. Yegete missed it and upset with himself, you can see, for missing the easy look. Gets tied up from Hanohoi. And that's a basket he knows he should have made. Ball. Somebody's got to be open. It's from that same corner, and it's good. Or the same spot on the floor. Pretty much that area. Maccabi Rand Media are giving away 3-pointers. That's 3 now. And the game's not even 5 minutes old. Thomas goes to work against Jalabal. And the spin move from McRae, and he is called for a travel. Perhaps what the referee saw. Oh, Watson quickly inside to Jalabal on the baseline, and the soft-handed release from Jalabal. This is a sweet shooting stroke there, folks. And Thomas goes in, kind of loses his footing. And there for the follow was the big fella, McRae. Going for 3, nope, passes it. They're really doing the passing game right now, folks. Hanlon, good. Well, you give like 5 or 6 touches, and then you get it to the open man like Hanlon. He knocks it down. 8 points already, 2 threes. And great play from Le Mans. Then Shimon now inside to Thomas. Thomas powers his way up. Now that was a big time move. Look at the power. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. Jalabal, a seasoned defender. Yegete comes out. Yaru, another big fella, comes in for Le Mans. They have got some real size on that front line. It's a luxury to have Yaru coming off the bench. So that was a big basket for Maccabi Rishon, or Maccabi Rand Media, getting it back to a 7-point deficit. And this time Watson misses with the wide open shot. Now that time they didn't pass it around. You see what happens? three-point attempt is no good, but the rebound. And now the block from behind, Jalabal, but there's Thomas once again. So Patrick Richard in a game number 3. That's him right there getting blocked by Jalabal. But good presence of mind there from Thomas. Hanlon open, good. Well, not many passes that time, and he made it. So there goes that theory. He has 3 3-pointers. And it looks like he just has the green light to chuck it up whenever. An offensive foul called on Thomas. And it'll be interesting to see if Shivek brings him out. Amagou is going to come into the game. And Kadir also coming back in for Maccabi Rand Media. Now here's Thomas. And that was, I think they called because of his left arm, kind of wrapping around Jalabal. I was about to call the foul. Kadir, Israeli international, and Jalabal, who ended his long and successful career with France's national team only recently at the Rio de Janeiro Olympics. He and Florent Pietrus and Tony Parker decided that was going to be their swan song. And he goes to the line and scores, makes both free throws, and increases his points haul. And Le Mans as well, now up by 10 points. Let's try to get into the huddle and hear what Coach Shivek is saying. You can see he's a bit hot under the collar.
Richard. C'est pas meneur, les meneurs ne jouent pas. Mets un peu de pression, On the offense, you have to go top down. Move first.
5 of 7 from three-point range. Obviously, that's unrealistic to expect Le Mans to keep that type of shooting up. So we were, apologies folks, we were looking at Shivek but hearing Kuntish. Now listen to Shivek, he is hot. So 5 of 7 threes for Le Mans, and boy, I tell you what, Shivek was about as hot as you get as a coach. I would expect his team to come out and really turn it up a notch defensively. So Le Mans leading at 23-13. Now inside, and McCray goes up, and Jalabal couldn't bring it down as Kadir challenged him on the rebound. Now McCray traveled. Oh, he's getting in there, throwing his body around. Look at this. He's already got 3 threes. Is he going to put up another one? No, he's going to drive in, back outside to Amagou, and he bricks it. And that ball went off of Jalabal. Pass into the corner, and again it's short. Konate now. See the field goal percentages for both teams there. Hanlon dances around the defense. It'll be Le Mans ball with 11 seconds to go on this shot clock. Hanlon right at the line, missed everything. Corneli unable to get the rebound. And now the backcourt violation called on Levy, number 15, Maccabi Rand Media. And he's got to wait before his teammate gets across midcourt before he makes that pass. This, move 14 on the shot clock. Amagu back to Hanlon. Hanlon says, get out of the way, folks, here I come. Tried to bank it in. And good rebound from Hanahoy. And he gets it over now to Patrick Richard. Inside it goes, and Kadir misses, and good strong rebound from Richard. So the putback score gets it back to an 8-point deficit. Final minute of the first quarter. Hanlon open, missed everything that time. And Kadir was able to grab the ball before it went out of bounds, and now Maccabi Rand Media will try to hold it for that shot. Two seconds. One, he gets it up just in time. Hanahoy! And he makes the three. And I'll tell you what, folks, it's almost like Maccabi Rand Media got out of jail with that last 20 seconds to get a three to fall right at the buzzer. They were able to cut an 8-point deficit to just 5 at the end of the first quarter.
Olivier with Jordan. Why? This is crazy. This kind of. Listen up, don't sleep, okay? It's not gonna be easy if you sleep.
Here is another look. Did he get it off in time? Yes, he did. You can see with the shot clock, about 0.4 seconds on the shot clock. Now let's go to the huddle. I love hearing these coaches.
You stay on this lineup. Jordan, set it up. If they go zone. Side. Start with the both side wing. Second cutter. Pass. Go to opposite side. Nothing happened. Pass. Pick. Swing it. Another.
Okay, you see the shooting, and that was the first three there on the right for Maccabi Rand Media. Rishon. They're 1 of 4, whereas Le Mans have just been knocking them in one right after the other. And Maccabi Rand Media not doing too badly on the boards. Shivek seems to have calmed down a little bit, but certainly the intensity is still there. So here's some of the highlights from the first quarter. That was a nice finish there by Zalmanson. So Hanahoy, who hit the three-pointer, is going to inbound the ball here to start the second quarter. And Richard gets it to Kadir and gets it back. Now Hanahoy just hit one from that corner, takes another one, and the ball knocked out of bounds. So Maccabi Rand Media will maintain possession. The new 14. Inside to McRae. This time he goes up, misses. And now they're going to call goal interference. I think somebody, Yaru, must have got his hand in the net. Watch. Yep, that's a good call by the referee. Yaru went up and got the net and tugged on the net, and that is certainly what the call was. Amagou drives in, steps out of bounds, and gives it back over to Maccabi Rand Media. Oh, Maccabi Rand Media with that shot from Levy, the cut from the baseline, have cut it to just 1 point. So as bad as it looked early on, they are now right there with Le Mans. And we heard Urban Cortes talking about how it wasn't going to be easy, guys. We got to dig in. And right now, it's Maccabi Rand Media who are digging in. But this time, Yaru catches it on the low block. That was an impressive move from the big man. Look at this. Of course, he was guarded against a smaller man. Nevertheless, and Kadir is bending over in a little bit of discomfort. Not sure what happened. Oh, I see now. He was setting a pick. He got it in the midsection from Amagou. Levy drives and couldn't quite keep the ball away from Le Mans, and they were able to get a hand on it. And Konate was fouled before the shot. Zalmanson's going to come back into the game. Corneli in the corner. He can shoot the three now. Amagou drives in, and a foul called on Maccabi Rand Media. Line. Rips the twine with the first one. They've got this Le Mans team. It's one of the strong points, I think. You know, they've got good players coming off the bench when they take the starters out. But also now you've got Watson and Amagou out there, so that's quite a beastie backcourt. And inside, and the drive, and foul. In fact, it was the cut to the basket, and it was Zalmanson that was fouled by Konate. He says, no, that wasn't a foul. But it was Konate. That's what the referee called it, and Zalmanson makes the first. Ryan Pearson unable to go tonight, so that's a big loss for them. He's a guy that makes plays on both ends of the floor. Watson drives, puts it up and in. Jamal rather, gets it inside. Salmons, or Levy misses, and that allows Lamont to get out on the break. And Corneli crashes the offensive boards, gets it back, and passes it out to Watson. And now the foul called on Levy. That was Watson on where he was successful. The kick, so they're going to maintain possession and get a new 14 on the shot clock. And now a tug by Maccabi Rand Media. He did so well to come back. Here they are now, down and in danger of falling further behind. Big Yaru catches it, scores, and draws the foul. How about that? He's coming to life offensively now. He makes the free throw, so takes it up to a 31-23 lead. 32-23 lead, excuse me. 9 points now the advantage. Salmonson outside, and now inside to McCray, who forced it up, tried to shoot over the taller Corneli. Yaru now to Amagu. Drive and a basket. And right now it's Lamont who once again in their sails. They have really come out and responded well. Now it's back over to Shivek to try to get his players going again.
Guys, we run one.
Inside the arc for Lamont now, 9 of 17 for Maccabi Rand Media.
Okay. Now defensively, when you see it's the end of the clock like it happened now, we said what we do. We leave our men and we come for the trap. Okay? Next dribble, one pass, extra pass, they are in trouble. Special lottery. Let's go.
We heard from both coaches now, and we'll see which players are able to execute the instructions better. Richard for three, short, and a little bit of extra effort, saved it in bounds, but into the hands of Konate, and McCray then knocked it out of his hands, but was called for a foul. So the first free throw for Konate is no good. Second is good. Up to a 12-point lead. Coming up on the midpoint here of the second quarter. Kadir. Ben Shamal. And the foul called on Yaru. He's getting a lot of minutes here. First foul, he's got 5 points. Got that 3-point play. Now Kadir has it and steps out of bounds. That's the second time this Maccabi Rand Media team has kind of lost its concentration and just turned the ball over. Just no need. Watson gets inside, and he was bumped. So Jordan Watson at the free throw line and makes the first. Points for him tonight. He had a very impressive game against Oradea a couple of weeks ago with 24 points, 4 assists, and that was a very, very tough game for Le Mans, but they were able to get a win. He had 13 last week against Karsiaka, and helped Le Mans win that game. Foul on Corneli. Kadir catches it, goes baseline, goes hard, and draws the foul from Corneli. Well, when you're struggling for points, you like to go inside. And Corneli frustrated playing defense because he's got the height, he's got the length. But Kadir was able to get the contact and to get to the line. Kadir will be hoping that he's in that Israel team that hosts group phase games next year at the FIBA Eurobasket in Tel Aviv. This is the second one, but McRae with the rebound, and Levy gets the shot. Kadir gets the ball back and passes it out to Ben Shamal. Levy. And again, ball knocked out of his hands. John's come into the game. Promising youngster. And good, strong move from McRae. Watch this on the inbounds. And that was a mistake. I'd like to see the opponent score on an inbounds play that easily. John hands it off. Amagu puts up a 3. And coming over the back from behind is the foul, so it goes back over to, that was a good box out from Levy. The ball goes back over to Maccabi Rand Media. Olivier will go to the line. Olivier Hanlon comes back into the game. Hanlon was really, he had the hot hand, but they took him out for quite a while. And he's going to look to keep it going here for Le Mans. We have the 10-point lead, but Maccabi Rand Media have already shown the capacity to come back from a pretty decent deficit, and now it's back to single digits. Back to 9. Quick pass inside to Yegete, who's back in, and he's too hard. I think Yegete needs some polish on that finish. And Richard goes in, gets blocked, but a foul called. And you can see with Jonathan John here, the potential is there to be a big-time shot blocker. So Richard makes the first, and they continue to claw their way back into it. Jonathan John, 2.17 meters in height, number 22 for Le Mans, just 19 years of age. So obviously a huge prospect, both literally and figuratively. The big issue with him is strength. Got it now. Watson, shake and bake time. He's going to put it up, and he's going to nail it. Jordan Watson. Well, that kind of stops the run for Maccabi Rand Media. Offensive foul called. So Kadir picks up his third foul. He will go to the bench now with 2:42 remaining in the first half.
Concentrate. Okay.
We've got a timeout, so let's go down to the huddle.
Now listen, I want when they play that type of game, matchup zone, whatever, I want Joe the first cutter and Will the second cutter.
There's the point.
So Joe always on the
points
baseline
scored in each
situation.
quarter.
Good pick. Short roll, pass. Don't forget the overload on the opposite side. Let's see what they're gonna do. Okay? But I want always Will on this area and Joe always on baseline. Okay? On the baseline. If they go zone, means that you start from Joe's side and Joe will make the first cut.
5 seconds to go. Leave your man. Go to prep. Yeah, and make rotation for the race. There's no time for this rotation. Okay?
Hey, let's get a stop right here. Let's get a stop.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Finish it good. Let's go.
So once again, we listened in, and again, remember Le Mans not playing with Ryan Pearson tonight, so without one of their big guns. But it seems like they have more than enough offense tonight to go out and win this game. Shuttleball hasn't tried to take over yet. Here he goes. He's got it. He's going to put up a 3. And this time Zalmanson pushes off of Jonathan Jean, so the young 19-year-old will go to the line for free throws. And Jean misses the first. Gets the second one to fall. So he is on the board, and Le Mans now go back in front by 10. 2:20 remaining. Richard drives short, but Zalman there for the follow, and look at that. He was able to get it up, and he's got a chance now for a three-point play. He just the other end. Now Zalmanson is fouled by Jean. And most players wouldn't make that shot having somebody hanging all over your arm, but he did. And with the three-point play now, Maccabi Rand Media have cut the deficit to 7. 40-33. Now Ben Chamal comes out and fouls Jalabal. And that will put Jalabal on the line. Not a good play. He only makes 1 of 2, so somewhat of a reprieve here for this team from Israel. Beautiful play. Pass it back outside to Levy. Gets in, puts it up and in. And it's back to a 6-point deficit. Getty, too hard. And now Maccabi Rand Media. Richard snuck in there and got the offensive rebound. Another possession. Come on, kind of drifting off a little bit here. Now McCray goes up with the left hand, misses, and you get to with the rebound. Well, that's an opportunity, a couple of opportunities. Watson and Hanlon, and the nice touch pass, but the block from behind. Yagete misses the little one, and he's going to be upset with himself on that one. Here he is playing defense in the backcourt. Richard's going to try to post up Watson. Nope. Makes a difficult pass. He was expecting his teammate to go out to the corner. Watson, and now Jean with the dunk. How about that from the 19-year-old? The final 9 seconds. Of course, Maccabi Rand Media playing without Sean Dawson tonight, so that's a big loss for them, a big absentee. And I think the 8-point lead is probably fair. Could even be bigger for Le Mans, but they are up by 8 going to halftime. Look at this. Nice play from the big fella. Coming in again. Did they give, I'm trying to see who they gave the basket to. I think it was going in. Anyway, we're at halftime. It's Le Mans on top 43-35 over Maccabi Rand Media. Nice to see the inside of the tunnel there. So we've got our halftime stats, and both teams shooting under 50% inside the arc, but Le Mans, after getting that great start with the threes in the first quarter, didn't hit any in the second. So they've only got 5 threes now. and even on the boards. And Le Mans making some more shots is what it boils down to. Maccabi Rand Media hurting their calls with those 9 first-half turnovers. Hanlon got that basket there at the end. He's got a game-high 13 points, 11 of those coming in the first quarter. Thomas has 9 for the visitors. And the leading scores for both teams right there. So it's Le Mans on top, 43-35 at halftime. You be sure you're here for the start of the third quarter in this basketball Champions League game between Le Mans and Maccabi Rand Media.
je viens d'annoncer tout à l'heure, Antares, bien évidemment, c'est une pierre de basket, mais c'est aussi une pierre de spectacle. Alors pour vous les enfants, eh bien, nous avons les vacances de février avec un magnifique spectacle. Ça se passera le 12 février. Les Kids United seront présents. Alors si vous souhaitez eh bien, un magnifique Kids United, eh bien, il faut demander dès à présent ça pour Noël à papa et à maman. Renseignements sur le site internet antareslement.com. Il y en a pour les enfants, il y en a aussi pour les mamans normales avec Julien Doré. Eh bien, ça se passera au mois de mars, le 17 mars prochain. L'artiste de l'année 2000, Mans Sarthe, avec son dernier album et donc sera présent le 17 mars à Antares. Un concert plein de charme, mesdames et mesdemoiselles. Donc rendez-vous eh bien, à Antares le 17 mars pour Julien Doré. Et enfin, pour finir avec le spectacle référence dans le monde du patinage artistique, vous l'avez bien évidemment retenu, Video Nights. Eh bien, ça sera 3 séances en avril. Donc, vous avez absolument tout pour passer un joli Noël entre Kids United et Julien et Video Nights. Rendez-vous sur le site internet antareslement.com. Alors je vous rappelle que, comme tous les soirs de match, vous pouvez retrouver sur les écrans géants et toutes les informations clés de cette soirée. Tout d'abord, Amazon récupère les résultats de cette 6e journée de l'ICL. Au changement, vous donne les statistiques à la mi-temps et à la fin du match. Et enfin, tout ça mérite vous présente le top stats, le classement des meilleurs joueurs de la ICL. Retour des deux équipes, retour des coachs MNSD, arrêtés par le magasin.
Well, it's game on here in Le Mans. Le Mans on top of a Maccabi Rand Media team by 8 points. A team that isn't going anywhere from what we can tell. Arakshevic's team has fallen behind by as many as 14 points, but they've battled back. And it's game on, really. A lot of work still to do here for this French team, which has a chance to go back to the top of the group. If they get the win tonight. Okay, let's listen to Coach Kontish.
Now listen, everybody listen. We're the best defensive team of this competition. Okay? They scored already 35 points. Very aggressive on the defense. The whole competition with the best defensive team. We cannot give them like this. Box up. On the offense, we will find the open shots. But don't forget, every time the best thing is to defend. Defend hard and push the balls. Let's go. Let's go.
Turn it up.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Come on, man. One more time. Dog. One more time.
Maccabi Rand 35, MSB 43. Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, nous allons reprendre le rythme que nous avons.
So Coach Kuntish fired up and ready to go, getting his players ready. But Maccabi Rand Media, they're pumped up here for the start of the second half. Both teams playing out with key men, playing without key man tonight. Ryan Pearson is missing for the home team, and Sean Dawson is not playing for Maccabi Rand Media. Gets it over to Konate. Now Jalabal is going to put up a long one, and Yagete is going to get the rebound. Back over to Hanlon now, who is open. It was on line, but well short. Jamal brings it forward. Now Hanahoy. Richard, who's been impressive, as has Thomas. And he makes a difficult pass, but McRae catches it, puts it up and in. Boy, I tell you what, he threw that to McRae, who is surrounded by 3 players. And McRae was somehow able to get it and go up and score and cut it back to the 6-point deficit. Into Yagete, he misses. Yagete is not finishing much down low. Goes out of bounds. So a chance now to cut it to within 3 or 4. Oh, beautiful bounce pass to McCray. Oh, he couldn't catch it. Now Hanlon. Coming back. Konate for 3. Good! Boy, that is a 5-point swing, folks. The failure to convert. And now Richard raced in the aim of getting to the rack, but that tall front line said, not in this house, sir. Oh, Ben Shamal. Oh, what a nice step back. That was the 2, though. He had his foot on the line. Offensive foul on Yagete. Moving screen. And the pass, oh, beautiful play. Hanahoy passes to Ben Shamal, who just kind of went right down the lane, unmolested. So a couple of quick baskets for Ben Shamal, who had been scoreless. Now, open Jalabal off the back of the iron. And Hanlon collected it. Hanlon for 3. Good! Boy, he has knocked in some 3s tonight, folks. That's 4. Four of 8 from 3-point range for Olivier Hanlon. Olivier Hanlon, and it's 49-41 in favor of Le Mans. Thomas, shot clock winding down, puts up a jumper. Did a good job defensively there, forcing Thomas. You'd rather him be away from the basket. Watson drives, and the kick. They'll reset the shot clock to 14. Looking to stretch that lead. And foul on Richard. So Charles Thomas takes a seat. Kadir back in with the 3 fouls. Jalabal out to Konate, who drives in, and traveling was the call on Konate. Anywhere. Then Shamal. Trailed by 8 at halftime. It is now an 8-point deficit. Ben Shamal kind of lost possession, but Kadir saw the ball, put it up and in. Scored with the reverse layup. Look at that. Back to 6 points. There's 3 points now for Kadir. Jalabal turns on the baseline, gets blocked from McCray. And Yaru will re-enter the game, and a foul was called on Yegete as he got that ball back. So Yaru is going to come back in midway through the third quarter. Actually, he's been the more impressive of the bigs tonight for Le Mans. Called on Watson. Watson was complaining that he was pushed, but I don't think so. Again, down 6. Will they go for a 3 possibly to try to cut it in half, or will they look inside? An offensive foul called on Kadir. The illegal screen. So that's number 4 on him. And that is big because he was playing well as they were trying to come back. Looks like Shivek's going to go with him. Going to leave him out there. His team's down 6 and he likes how he's playing. Watson. Konate. 3 attempt and bounces over the backboard. They've played well in patches tonight. And then Shamal drives in, and Kadir there for the tap in. I don't know if they give him the tap or if it was going to go in anyway. Let's see. Yeah, it was coming out, so that's why you leave Kadir out there even with the 4 fouls. And now the great defense from Hanahoy forces the turnover. And Maccabi Rand Media with a chance to cut it back to just 2 or maybe even 1 point. And Ryan Pearson talking to the refs over there. Oh, look at the slick passing. Oh, the ball goes out of bounds, back over to Le Mans. You can see that Maccabi Rand Media passing game is more intricate. There's Sean Dawson. How they would love to have the 1.98 centimeter forward, the 22-year-old, out there tonight. He actually made it late into the cuts with the New Orleans Pelicans. Didn't make the team, so he's come back. He plays for Israel's national team. Here's Handlin. And now Konate misses from the corner. And great defense from Watson. Forces the turnover back to Konate, and he was fouled. So, if you're struggling a little bit, you go out and you make a play on defense like Watson did, and that triggers the break. So I'm knock it away to Konate, then he gives it back to Konate. Anahoy with the foul. And the free throws take it back up to a 6-point lead. Drive goes back over again. Traveling was the call on Richard. And that's a big difference in the game, really. Maccabi Rand Media with 14 turnovers. Now Handlin. Oh boy, Handlin's feeling it tonight. He's able to take a little bit of contact and still make the shot. Zamazin drives in and draws the foul on Yaru. Could have called him the foul for a couple of different things there. One of them with his hand coming back on Samuelson. Samuelson's played well tonight. Levy now back in the game. Ooh, big miss when you're down 8. You know, talk about young guys. Levy just 21 years of age. Salmonson just 21 years of age. So we've got some youngsters out there, but these are 2 big misses at the free throw line. And now Salmonson reaches in and commits the foul. So that is team foul number 4. Watson. Now Jalabal goes up, and Salmonson again picks up another quick one. He's got 4 fouls as well. You see that Shivek is saying his hands were up. He didn't reach in and foul. And now the complaining has earned them a technical. Jalabal makes both free throws. Now he'll take the third. So yeah, the technical foul was called on the Maccabi Rand Media bench, complaining about the foul. So a potential 5 or even 6 point trip down the floor for Le Mans if they score here. Watson dumps it off to Yaru. So it was indeed a 5 point trip down the floor. That's a killer. That takes it up to a 13 point lead. McRae, though, gets 2 of them right back. Jalabal on the baseline. That's good. 13 points, stepping up with Ryan Pearson out of the game tonight, out of the lineup. And the foul, or the contact, no call, but McRae gets it back and puts it up and in. So if they were aggrieved not to have gotten the foul, it kind of worked to their advantage because McRae got the offensive rebound and put back and drew the foul. Magoo picks up his first foul. I'll tell you, McRae doesn't seem to be quite as tall, but boy, is he powerful. He is tough to handle down low. I say he's not that tall, but Javon McRae is 2.02 meters in height, so perhaps a little bit undersized height-wise at center. But the way he plays big. Jump shot, oh, and the lack of boxing out, but still, and then McRae does go up and grab the rebound. So in the final minute of the third quarter, and the Israeli club with a chance now to get it back to single digits, and they get it to McRae, and once again, he goes up, this time misses. Jalabal fumbles the ball, loses it, and with 4.1 seconds remaining, it'll be possession for the visitors. And he just lost it as he was crossing it back over to his left hand. Good to see that Zamenson and Jalabal can talk here. The final seconds, and Watson reached in and committed the foul, and that is almost unforgivable. I mean, Watson's a great player. He's got to play D, but you also got to know the situation. You can't foul with less than a second left and put the other team on the line. That's just gifting them a couple of points. Potentially. Benchamal doesn't take full advantage, only makes 1 of 2. And the home side, Le Mans, still lead it 60-51 with 10 minutes remaining.
What about the defense, big guys? They out-rebound us again. We have to play both ends.
7 threes for Le Mans, just 1 for Maccabi Rand. 51% shooting inside the arc for the visitors. Very even on the rebounds.
Always on this area. If
The
you play,
assists.
you stay on the baseline every time, Peter. Go for not close shots or high-low, whatever. Okay? Let's go. Let's go.
Hand up on the pick and roll. On the pick and roll, roll hard. Roll hard. Okay? Let's go. Hands up, guys. Hands up. Aggressive. Take it back.
So 10 minutes remaining, and these were some of the plays that we watched in the third quarter. Remember, Maccabi were up, Le Mans were up by 8 at halftime, and they're up by 9 now. So Le Mans actually won that quarter, although it could have been very differently there at the end if a free throw had gone in for the visitors from Ben Shamal. Olivier Hanlon has certainly made his mark shooting the basketball tonight from three-point range, with 4 of those going in. And Watson, and I tell you, that was a dangerous pass in bounds. It looked like Ben Shamal was about ready to race in there and take that ball away. Amagou gets in the lane, puts up a short jump shot, is good. Tomlinson hands it off to Ben Shamal. And then Ben Shamal tries to make a ill-advised pass, which Corneli takes, doesn't make the layup, however. If I were him, I would have tried to dunk that. Amagou, though, for 3, that's off. Richard for 3, a rare 3, but it goes in for Maccabi Rand Media, and they need something like that. And there you saw Amagou missing his. But Corneli makes amends for the missed layup, goes up and scores on from the baseline. Now the pass to McCray, and he was fouled by Amagou, so 2 free throws for the big man. And McCray misses. The second one is good for McCray, so he goes to 14 points. Got the 8 rebounds as well, so he's very likely going to be a double-double man tonight. Maccabi Rand Media need some stops. Hanlon, who has 18 points, looks for space. Now over to Watson, who gets it over to Corneli, and sure enough, he hits a 3. He's got that in his repertoire, and that is a big 3, folks. Well, Zalmanson quickly answers at the other end. Gets it back to 10. Amagou has it knocked away by McCray. Hanlon gets it, though, with the shot clock winding down, and he doesn't get it off in time, so good defense. I tell you, talking about statistics tonight, Watson has already 10 assists for Le Mans. This was the three-pointer made by Corneli. Thomas back in now. He's got the... And a three-point attempt from Richard. And the foul was on Amadou. I think he was fighting through the screen. I don't think he'll be... Yeah, it's just fighting through the screen there. There should be no free throws. They'll be inbounding the ball to Thomas. Now inside, Levy goes up against Konate, but no. Big pass, and they find Simonson, but Simonson missed. Got to be about the defense right now for the Israeli team. And again, they reach in, and Richard almost was able to get that ball away for his team. I tell you, he plays hard. Watson shakes and bakes and puts it up off the back of the iron. Yegete battles for the rebound, but Thomas, the ball falls to him. Oh, almost a turnover. Quick pass to Salmonson. And Salmonson gets it back, and great persistence there from the big fella. And a great find from Richard as well. Good hustle from Yegete to knock it off the rim, but he wasn't able to get it. Look at this. So back to an 8-point deficit now. Still plenty of time for Maccabi Rand Media. They've been hanging around. And, you know, a couple times Le Mans have been able to just like turn it up a notch when this team starts getting close. We'll see if that happens again. Well, not that time. They turned it over. Thomas. 1 on 3. Going to hold it up. Going to go right at Yegete. And Yegete holds his ground. Thomas holds his arm, and then Yegete goes in and misses the layup himself. And a foul called against the hosts. I'll tell you what, that is the big... Thomas is saying he got killed when he went up that last time from Yegete, but I'd have to see it again. But for Yegete, he has got to really work on his finishing offensively. He's missed quite a few shots tonight. Richard missed inside in the paint. Now outside Amadou. Amadou puts it up. And now Now quickly, Levy puts it up, and that will be goal interference because the ball was off of the backboard already. That was close, that's for sure. But that decision cuts that deficit back to just 6 points. Jamal picks up his second foul. Yegete gets it, and the follow from Corneli. Well, high marks to Watson for making a great pass. He should have had another assist there. But he didn't get it because Yegete missed the shot, but good hustle from Corneli. Now Thomas on the baseline. Back to a 6-point game. Corneli passes to Yegete. And Zalmanson has collected the foul, so that is number 5, and he has to go to the bench. The referee saw the push, and that's what he's called. He's worked hard tonight, Zalmanson. He's had a good game. Magoo out, and Olivier Hanlon back in, so you've got more offense now checking back into the game. Konate drives in. Ball goes out of bounds. So 3.5 minutes remaining. And you have to wonder now, what will the game plan be for Maccabi Rand Media? I mean, they've been patient. They've been going after, just taking the twos that they get them, but are they going to start looking for some threes? Well, not yet. Then Shamal got inside, missed the shot. Open is Konate, finally, Konate knocks it in. 5-point swing. Then Shamal missed his shot, and Konate hit his. Coach Shivak looking at the referees and saying, what are you doing? Well, read into that what you may. 9 threes for Le Mans, 2 for Maccabi Rand Media. That's huge. I mean, that's the difference in the game.
One possession.
Hey, got it.
Let's go.
Finish strong, finish strong.
Of course, Maccabi Rand Media, as you look at that quarter-by-quarter scoring stat, Maccabi Rand Media hit with that technical foul earlier, and here's Shivak. He's had enough. Benchamal with 3 fouls and also has been called for a technical foul. So that's what Shivek, so it's the second technical called against him tonight. And the problem was that Benchamal was talking to the ref as he ran back after he'd missed his shot, and he continued to bark at him. I'm guessing, I didn't see it. He must have been barking after that made 3 from Konate. Gets it back, misses. Levy for 3. Well, just grazed the outside of the net. Hanlon drives in and scores. Well, I tell you what, his points have been huge tonight. I mean, that's what he does, he scores. But in a game where really Maccabi Rand Media have had some success inside, getting a lot of good looks with their passing game, it's been the 3-point shot, most of which have been made by him, and it's overall his offense now 24 points. So Ryan Pearson enjoying the moment with Hanlon. Excuse me, he's got 22 points. Richard goes in and knocks in the jumper. Now it's got to be full court press. It's got to be something that can trapping, whatever. They try to trap Watson, but he's not the type of player you want to try to trap. He's quick, he's strong, and he finds the open man. Corneli for 3, breaks the back of the rim. Now Richard. And Yegete reaches in and commits the foul, so that is the 15th foul. So that's going to put Maccabi Rand Media on the line. 3 fouls on Yegete. So that stops the clock. I'm not thinking that's the right play to make if I'm Yegete, especially fouling him that far away from the basket. So Richard makes the first. Clock is stopped. Back to a 10-point game. Second one is good. It's back to a 9-point game. Watson spins and loses it. Good D. And they tried to pass it really quickly, Richard, to McCray, but he couldn't quite get it to him in time. A good recovery from Yegete, knocking that pass out of bounds. 9-point lead. 3 will cut it to 6. And he is going to take one and miss it. McCray gets it back. Hanahoy puts up a 3, and he was short. And McCray again gets it back. McCray gets it inside, and can you believe it? They are going to get a 3-point play opportunity. And I'll tell you what, nobody deserves this more than McCray, the way he was working. He has been terrific. I think probably their best player tonight. The way he's worked and kept his team out there. He has got 10 rebounds. He's got, he's got a double-double. Now Lamont in no rush. On the other hand, you don't want to just completely have to settle for a bad shot. So they do get an open three, and they hit it. And that is a dagger from Konate. Konate drills it.
The ball is there. This is the ball. The ball is there. Okay, look at me. Look at me. You're staying here. The ball is here. Okay, Charles here. Avi, you take the ball out of bounds. Anoki, and Pat. Okay, Anoki and Pat. Anoki, Pat, you're here, Anoki here. Avi, you try to pass to Charles. Okay, you go, low gap. Okay, Charles, you go with it. You go.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there is enough time for Maccabi Rand Media to win this game, but you know, you get the feeling they're going to need some help. Le Mans 10 of 25 from three-point range, with Konate hitting that last three-pointer. I mean, the smart basketball fan would say it's never over until it's over, but you can't help but think it is over with them being up this much with so little time. Yaru, Ryan Pearson seems to be about as happy as anybody. He's been smiling all night. I guess he's been able to take the night off tonight. Thomas. Richard's going to put up a three. And Yigete was able to throw it off of the defender, off of the Maccabi Rand Media player. But then it goes back to him, and he was standing out of bounds. Kind of night for him. .8 seconds remain. The Israeli team they really need a three-pointer to fall here. And they're going to get an attempt. Nope. Richard's going to drive in and take the two instead. It's back to 7. And again, they almost got the steal. They're chasing it now. And they have to reach in and foul Hanlon. Hanahoy had no option but to commit the foul, and this is the type of situation that Hanlon likes. Get to the line, he'll add to his tally. He's got 23 points now. Played for Žalgiris last year in Lithuania. This is the second. Back to an 8-point lead. Final seconds ticking off the clock. Thomas. And they're going to put up another one. And that's how it's going to finish. And really, I think the three-point game, the three-point shooting game for Maccabi Rand Media, it wasn't good tonight. And probably one of their big weaknesses. Whereas it was a real factor in the game for Le Mans, who hit plenty. They hit 10, and they won it 80-72. Well, there you have it, folks. 80-72. Le Mans win it to improve to 5-1 and go back to the top of the group. They were out rebounded tonight, but they played well enough. They had more assists, which Maccabi Rand Media really, they passed the ball pretty well. They turned the ball over 17 times. all in all, Le Mans played just well enough to go out and win that game tonight. I think they'll have, they'll be punished if they're not able to put teams away, though, as this competition goes on. Hanlon with the 23 points. McRae ended up with 17 points, 11 rebounds for Maccabi Rand Media. Ugete had the 2 steals, but also had the unfortunate stat of 6 turnovers there. Jalabal 13, Konate with 12, McRae with 17 points, Richard with 13, and Thomas with 11 in defeat. So Michael Jalabal walks off the court, and the kids come down to slap fives, low fives, high fives with their heroes here in Le Mans. And that's an important part of it, folks. You got to bond with the fans, and that's what they do well here at Le Mans. They make sure they go down and say thank you for coming tonight. So here's some of the highlights from tonight's game. McRae was terrific again with the 17 points, 11 rebounds. There he is, just doing yeoman's work on the boards. And Konate came down and got a couple of threes to fall. Richard played well. Konate, in fact, finished 3 of 5 from three-point range. And Hanlon was 4 of 8 from three-point range. So they were the real three-point weapons. It hurt when foul trouble cost him Kadir, and he fouled out for Maccabi Rand Media. Well, in fact, he only had 4 fouls, but he took him out of the game late. Hanlon had the 23, and it seemed like he just had it working. Wherever he was putting the ball up, it was going in. And this is where they got a technical foul, I think, for complaining. Jalabal went to the line and made the free throw. Well, he made 3 free throws for the shot and also for the technical. Watson had 11 assists tonight. Can't have any complaints about how this man played tonight. McRae. Javon McRae. And all in all, a good game tonight here in Group B in Le Mans. It was 80-72, Le Mans winning it. So we'll leave you with the rest of these highlights. And don't forget, we've got Basketball Champions League action coming up tomorrow. And in case you're wondering, next week, Le Mans will be on the road at Avtodor Saratov in Russia. And then they will have to travel to Umanarare Venezia in Italy. And then they'll have to travel to Kimmich. So they've got 3 road games coming up in the Basketball Champions League. And Maccabi Rand Media next week, they'll be at home against Kimmich. And they'll host Catania Basket before traveling to Oradea in Romania. So that's it. Thanks for watching, folks. It's been a lot of fun. One last time, Le Mans win it 80-72. Remember, if there's Basketball Champions League action on, you need to watch it. Thanks for tuning in.
game too much because not probably one of our best game. We did not put it in YouTube, you know, this game. For some of us, is not very, you know, good performance for YouTube. So I will take back from you